What's up, you guys? This is Eric back with another video. We got a guest on today's podcast. We'll be talking about the 48 Laws of Power. My guest is Saul Alvarez.
Thank you, Eric, for having me.
It's my pleasure, Saul. My pleasure. Saul and I go way back, friends since second grade.
Second grade, man.
Yep.
Remember when you moved to Mentani?
Saul mentored me. I was the new kid. I got picked on by another one of our friends.
Shout out to Eddie.
Shout out to Eddie. If Eddie's listening to this, you heard it here.
Not.
He's probably not.
Or he might.
I don't know, man. I don't know. The power of the internet. The power of the internet. So, I think
I think someone's calling me.
You're gonna mess up my clip, man.
I'm sorry, dude. I can't help it. Who's calling me?
Your dad. Okay. Got slightly interrupted, but we're back. We're back. We're not live, so it's not that big of a deal. So the book we're gonna be talking about, I think I recommended it to Saul a long time ago. He's actually read the entire thing. I've read part of the thing. It's pretty good. 48 Laws of Power. It's really, Saul was just talking to me earlier today about how relevant it is to Game of Thrones. I've never seen Game of Thrones, so I have no idea, but I'm sure a lot of people have seen it. So I'll let Saul, later on, he's going to get into how this relates to Game of Thrones. Maybe you'll be like, hey, I want to check out that book because it relates a lot to what's going on this freaking show. But, you know, as we were talking before, this book is extremely savage. I think it's the best term to use for this book.
Definitely savage.
Yes. It's manipulating, it's power hungry, and
it's deceitful. You know, it's
quite.
it's like a cloak over your eyes type shit, you know, like it's like you show people what you want them to see, and like you always have to have your true intentions concealed, you know.
Yeah, which is kind of fucked up in a way.
It's almost like when you think about poker, you know.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
There's like a lot of discussion
win.
when it comes to skill versus luck. You know, it's a little bit of both because I mean
everyone's trying to deceive each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get the cards that you get, okay? There's no skill in that, you know. But the skill comes in to like what you do with the cards that you get dealt, you know, and like how you carry out your moves, basically, you know.
Yeah.
You can be a fool about it and just like be super obvious on your intentions or like whatever the case may be, or you can, you know, be like a really good poker player that has like an amazing poker face and like just bluffs his way through, you know, making money and stuff like that.
Just shows what he wants him to show, but you have to be like a master of your emotions and your actions and your micro emotions. Like
I'm not even good at poker.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
I smile when I get a good hand, dude. I just give it away. I'm like, shit. I'm like, oh, I'm all in. And they're like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna bet against this guy. But I mean, I definitely see it, and what we've done here is we've kind of picked out certain sections that we like about this book, certain sections that stand out, and we're going to kind of go back and forth, and we're going to talk about kind of what they're about, and we're kind of going to take the discussion that way just to give the listener some navigation as to what is going on here. We're both enjoying some Jameson on the side, some Irish whiskey. Saul likes his neat.
Jameson. Well, I mean, you know, like it's nice when it's cold, but when you put ice in it, it kind of like waters it down a little bit. You know, I hadn't had Jameson in a really long time, and it's really good for the price.
It's pretty good.
It's like what was it, like $23?
$23 before tax. 23. Yeah.
And like it's really flavorful.
It's good.
You know,
there's no burn.
No burn. Nice, easy drink.
It's nice. It's casual. Just two grown men talking about books into microphones with some Jameson.
Yeah, man.
And we're no sponsors, Jameson.
Not yet.
If Jameson is listening to this, I'd gladly be a sponsor of your
and I want a bomber jacket.
Company.
I saw a bomber Jameson jacket. It was really cool, man. It was like made out of like silk.
I want
Or
one,
it looks
dude.
silky. It's probably not made out of silk.
We'll wear them on the next one if you guys see this and wanna sponsor us. Low key.
Yeah.
But we'll get into the book. Saul, I'll give you the honor. You are the guest. You can go to the whatever section you're thinking of first. We'll talk about it. Let's dive into it a little bit.
Okay. I guess law number 1. I just opened up the table of contents right here. It says never outshine the master. Okay. I think this is at first I didn't really agree with it, because I just thought about it and it's well, if you're better than somebody at doing something, it's not necessarily a bad thing,
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to somebody that teaches you something or is almost like your mentor in a certain aspect, it's almost don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Yeah.
Kinda. Because this chapter, it's not just about the fact that they might be to an extent have envy towards you since you've started to outgrow them, but it's more of usually if someone's your mentor, it means that they're more established in whatever field it is that you're trying to get into.
Mm-hmm.
So if you step on his toes or her toes or whatever the case may be, then you're kind of just damning yourself for future possibilities and whatever it is that you're
That's true.
Pursuing.
Yeah.
And so I never when I first started reading it, I didn't think of it in that perspective, but looking at it right now and just looking back on the chapter, it's definitely something to think about,
Yeah, it is interesting. Yeah, I mean I'm in sales right now. It's anybody that's teaching me, that's good to know. Because you I think it's important not to rub it in their face or let them know. Even if you are better than them, don't let them know that you are, because
exactly
they might halt. Some things you might think you are. You might think that you're I'm better than them, but they know so much more than you. You're not even close to their level.
And they're still in a position to be able to shut you down.
Yeah, if they want. Yeah.
Whoever brought you into the sales game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you start making a lot of noise. You start making hella commission. You're making way more sales than he is, and I feel naturally you're outshining him or her because of your performance, but the way you carry yourself about it,
Still be humble about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because if you start even just teasing,
Mm-hmm.
playful teasing, hey man, what's going on with you?
Yeah.
I just made $3,000 this week. What are you doing? He could very well, if he I brought you into this world, I can take you out.
Yeah.
That's really true in most aspects in life. And so, you always have to be, tread the waters carefully, because, you never want to step on the wrong toes, man.
That's good. That's some good advice, dude. That's good. I'll go into let me find something that I like. I'm gonna go spur of the moment here. I got some bookmarks, but I'm just gonna kind of go spur of the moment and find something that's good. Need some travel music.
Just take a sip of the JMO.
Yeah. It's the bill of my hat's hitting my microphone.
You totally could have played music.
I could have played music, man. I need like a
record player in here.
Yeah. I do have a record
That
player.
one, this one
Sucks, dude.
Oh, for real?
Dave's record player sucks. Dave, if you're listening to this, dude, get a new record player, man. It's garbage. Got 30 records. Record player, it sucks. There's no bass. It's just everything. All right, I'm gonna go to law 11, and this kind of pertains to the master portion of it, and the play that your master, your mentor, might be playing on you is learn to keep people dependent on you. I think that's a huge play. So I'm gonna kind of read some of the notes he has on here. He says, to maintain your independence, you must always be needed and wanted. The more you are relied on, the more freedom you have. Make people dependent on you for their happiness and prosperity, and you have nothing to fear. Never teach them enough so that they can do without you. And so playing into the part where you're talking about never outshine the master or the mentor, they might only be showing you just enough. They don't want to show you enough so that you can overtake them or make them less powerful. So you might be taking a jump where you don't actually have one.
Right.
And they know it. They're only showing you just enough. They're not. If they showed you more, they know you could take them over. But and then you bragging to them or whatever. Like you said, they have the ability to shut you down. They have the ability to kind of judge your personality and your character. And at that point, they might again shut you down, or they might just stop. Like
right.
Whatever. I don't know. They're not telling you everything though.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think. And anybody that has an authority over you, that you shouldn't tell them everything. Like, it's good to be transparent with things, but you shouldn't tell them everything you know. One, because it might be overwhelming, and two, because it could always be used against you. Kind of like when you're being arrested. Don't tell them everything.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Even if you're not a criminal, don't tell them everything. You don't need to, man.
Keeping somebody dependent on you, it's like, it's almost, when you think about like the relationship that you have with your mom and dad. When you're growing up, you're super dependent on your parents. They provide shelter, food, etc., etc. The older you get, the less dependent you become on them, and eventually you're able to leave and like move on, right? If like things go according to plan or whatever.
Yeah, totally.
And same with like with the mentors, or like you just as a person, that wants to be successful, you have to learn when to I don't know where I'm going. Like, okay.
It's all good. We'll just put a fork in it. Put a fork in it, man.
Damn.
I think we went. I think it was. Yeah, I think that's good. Put a fork in it, dude.
Okay, sorry.
All right, so I'm throwing it back to you, man. I'm throwing it back to you. What do you got for me? What are we gonna chat about?
Here. Oh, this one's good, bro. Law 19. Know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person.
Oh yeah,
that's
a big one, dude.
Yeah, that's like kind of common sense, but it's really like you don't know who you're dealing with a lot of times. Like even even if you know somebody really well, like chances of you offending somebody that you know really well are pretty slim, because like unless you do it on purpose.
Yeah.
But like just in general, you don't know who you're dealing with, so like just keep your wits about you. Mm-hmm. And like there's people that are just waiting for an opportunity to make an example,
Yeah.
Or like especially when it comes into to the point where like you're pursuing success or like something bigger,
mm-hmm.
like going after your goals, or because the thing about goals is everybody has them.
Yeah.
Like
everybody
you're
has
not the
some.
only person that wants to be successful.
Everybody wants to.
Exactly.
No one's sitting there like, I never want to be successful. I just want to sit here and be stagnant the rest of my life.
And like once you reach the point where like you're starting to like go for the things that you want, you're gonna start meeting other people that want the same things as you.
Yeah. Because
it's just like law of attraction.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're gonna like like let's say you're pursuing music.
Yeah.
You're gonna in your journey you're gonna encounter other musicians that want the exact same thing as you,
mm-hmm.
which can be a good thing or it can be a bad thing depending on how you play out your cards.
Definitely.
And so like with that being said, you definitely need to tread your waters, because you don't know where they're at, or like what they're capable of doing, or if they're just pretending to be a friend and like they just do some
being deceitful
shit, like exactly,
or you're talking to somebody and you're talking, maybe you're at as a musician, maybe you're at a concert or something, and you're talking to this guy, you're like, man, this band sucks, who booked them? And that guy's the bookie.
Yeah.
And now you'll never get you'll never get a venue there. You'll never get a gig there ever. And yeah, that could be that can be tough. So maybe a good way to kind of rephrase this into an action is, be cautious about what you say around people until you know who they are, what they're capable of, and whatever means you need to take to figure that out. We have the internet now. This book was written pre-internet with a lot of their philosophies, but look them up. Who is this dude? just watch who you're talking to. Watch what you say around people, especially if you're in that line of your goal. Like, you don't want to mess something up. I mean, like, there's only a few big mistakes you can make and still be successful, right? Like, you can make a couple bad mistakes, but like the more you make, the less chance of being successful or getting where you want to go. There is gonna be less of a chance, and it's just gonna be more roadblocks that are coming in your way because of the bad decisions you've made or the bad things that you've said to random people that you don't know.
Right, and you know what? Like, it can always come back and like bite you in the ass.
Yeah,
you know, like,
you wouldn't even know it.
Maybe you treat somebody like they're a nobody at one point, and like later down the road you like bump into that somebody, and like he's a somebody now.
He's managing Bonnaroo.
Yeah,
and you want to show, but he's the doorman.
Like, you know, like,
not gonna happen.
Sorry, man.
Yeah,
and that's just life, you know, and all like just. It's the golden rule, man.
Yeah.
It goes back to kindergarten. You learn that.
Yeah.
Treat people how you want to be treated, because like you never know in life.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
You don't. Anybody could be anywhere, and it could be an important person. You don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, among all of the savage stuff, that might be actually a golden one there. One that's actually not too deceitful. Know who you're dealing with, and that's not too hard to do either. That's like a pretty easy thing to just watch. Like, you don't have to like work really hard,
right?
To like watch what you say around people. Like, just be conscious of it.
Just don't be a dick.
Yeah, don't be a dick unless you're trying to be funny.
Yeah,
and then just make sure that they know you're trying to be funny.
Yeah,
you're not actually being a dick.
I feel like when you're joking around with people, if you have like I'm really sarcastic, so when I'm joking around with people that I don't really know, and I have to constantly say I'm joking or like I'm kidding. Like, it's not as funny.
It's not as funny.
It's
like,
not
I'm just joking.
Like, I find myself repeatedly saying that a lot.
I think people around you are going to get offended.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, it's like, no, I'm just joking. It's not as funny when you have to say it. It's like explaining your joke, you know?
What you can't do, it's not funny.
It's not. My mom has the worst habit of doing that. My mom was like, she's like typical mom humor, you know? She'll like bust out like a really corny, like punny joke. And like, while like we're all having dinner. Like, nobody will laugh, you know. We'll just like smile and nod. She'll be like, "No, you don't get it." Like,
no, I get it.
The chicken has feathers or whatever. You know, it's like, no, we get it. Like, it wasn't funny to begin with.
Oh, that hurts. I find myself doing the sympathy laugh a lot. Not even meaning to. And after I do it, I'm like, I wonder if they know that I was just laughing to fill space.
It's like,
do they know?
You can tell a sympathy laugh. I feel like. I don't know. My sympathy.
I kind of force it a little bit.
Mine's
I guess.
like, I don't even. It's like I just kind of like breathe heavily, I guess.
That's weird. Yeah. Like
that's just like kind of weird.
Oh,
that's creepy.
Okay.
Do it again one more time.
Alrighty. Don't do that anymore. Okay.
Like a scary uncle.
Well, I mean, it's more authentic. You're not telling me a corny joke. And now that you know I'm in a sympathy, it just ruins the vibe.
Okay.
I think it works. No one's told me anything, but that might also mean because people are kind of polite and they don't want to tell you stuff like that. One of my favorites in here. There's actually two on this page, and it's law 28 and law 30. One is interaction with boldness. I think that's always. So I mean I ride BMX, so it's kind of an extreme sport. You can get injured at any time, anything you're doing, and like any bit of hesitation before you're like about to jump down a stair set, whether you're about to like do a bar spin or anything, any bit of hesitation, any bit of overthinking, and you're gonna bail 100%. And like I find myself running up a ton of times until you actually have that power. Like I'm just going, fuck it, I'm going, dude. Whether I get hurt, whether I land it, I'm doing it right now. And so like I think that's huge, is entering with boldness. Don't be too hesitant on what you're doing, and sometimes you do need to be hesitant for sure. That's what I'm talking. Like if I'm about to jump down a crazy stair set or grind down a rail, I'm gonna run up to it a couple times, make sure it's the right setup, that I'm ready to enter with boldness. But like you can't. If I just went straight in without preparing, I'd probably eat shit, dude.
Well, I think what like this is saying basically is like, you know, it's different to like assess like your situation before you like, you know, you like decide to do something.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so like what you're saying, like of course you have to like check out your staircase or whatever it is you're trying to do. You know, look at the rail. You have to like feel it, but like when you actually go to do it, don't do it like half-assed.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like,
that's true.
Like you, it's okay to like, you know, like be observant and like check shit out, because I mean obviously you don't want to get hurt when you do something, but like when you actually end up doing it, like you gotta go hard.
Yeah,
all
all
else,
in, dude.
like you will face the consequences.
And that's what I think. That when I get hurt riding, it's because of the hesitation, dude.
Definitely.
And like
man.
when you're doing it, you're going for it. You're like, oh, you're in the air. You're like, oh no, this isn't right. And then you fall. And shit.
Even when you drive.
Yeah.
Like
that's true.
I've noticed that like when you're driving, man, if you fuck up, just go through with it. Like you can't stop because you're gonna cause an accident. If you cut someone off and you slam on your brakes because you realize you fucked up instead of slamming on the gas and like correct, like you know. Like you're gonna cause an accident.
Yeah, that's totally true.
You started and you stopped. Like
I've been behind people that do that too.
Exactly,
like, what
man.
the fuck's going on?
It's like you fucked up once and then you fucked up twice by like you know, and just that actually kind of reminds me of the interaction with Boldness on the previous page. It was Law 15, which is really fucking savage. Crush your enemy totally.
Jesus.
Totally, man. Like, just it says,
God, dude.
Man, all great leaders since Moses have known that a feared enemy must be crushed completely. If one ember is left alight, no matter how dimly it smolders, a fire eventually will break out. More is lost through stopping halfway than through total annihilation. The enemy will recover and will seek revenge. Crush him, not only in body, but in spirit. That is that is just like...
Damn. That's like...
That's put you out of your misery.
I totally get it, though, because... And is like, let's say you're the winner, you're crushing somebody, and you let them walk away.
It's a grudge.
Man, they're going to train, especially if they've been humiliated, if they've been, you know, if you've caused them to go broke, they're going to come back with a vengeance that you were not prepared for, because they have a drive now, a mission, and their only mission is to beat you.
Exactly.
Your mission is just you crush them a little bit and you let them linger around. And you're just like, hey man, like I fucked them up, didn't I? They're gonna come back and they're gonna fuck you up because you're not ready for it.
Not just in body, but in spirit.
Yeah, that's harsh, dude. Yeah. That's like when the basketball team's up by 50 and they don't let off.
Yeah.
At all.
You can't. Yeah. Because there have been those comebacks. They're like, what?
Yeah. Or the next time you play them, they're like, we're ready. We're ready.
Yeah. Or even how many times in like the finals.
Yeah, that's true.
They're up like 3-1 or 3-0 and they blow the lead.
Yep.
The Cubs.
Yeah, the Cup. I mean, they ended up winning it, but like they made it so much harder.
They did.
Yeah.
They like came back. Didn't they have like a crazy like? Weren't they like?
I think they were up a lot. I mean, I don't know exactly. We might be totally off. I feel like they were up though, or were they down?
I thought the Dodgers.
No, they were
up.
down. Yeah, dude.
The Dodgers were up.
Were they playing the
like,
Dodgers?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember they were playing. I do remember that now. And the Cubs came back. They were down 3-1, and they came back. I thought it was the other way around. No, the Cubs came back, dude. Yeah, you let them have one game, and they're like, you get a little taste, like, ooh,
exactly. You get a taste
I got a shot.
Just...
If it's 3-0, and then you shut them down the fourth, there's just no chance. So like,
no mercy, man.
Yeah, no mercy. But usually in sports, there's other politics and money's involved and all that other stuff.
Do you think that sports are rigged?
I don't think they're totally rigged. I think they're kind of rigged. And by that I mean...
How can something be kind of rigged?
I'll explain it.
All right.
I think that the league, whatever it is, whether basketball or baseball, those are the ones that go into series, right? So like football, it's done and over. And obviously the NFL wants two certain teams to be in that. They have an incentive, right?
Yeah.
For following, for how many jerseys can we sell, if the new teams on the come up. Like if the Patriots have been good for 10 years, people that are Patriots fans are already Patriots fans. But if there's a new team on the block, people want to jump on that bandwagon and they want to buy new jerseys, they want to buy new shit, they want to get their, if they're not in the area. They want to get the NFL Network so they can watch that team. And especially if they make it to the Super Bowl, there's incentive, right? There's value. There's a money incentive. So like, I'm not saying everywhere there's an incentive, there's going to be an action to kind of pursue that. But I think that they're going to do whatever they can. While there might be refs calling a certain way, maybe they're going to be a little bit harder on a certain team. They're going to control it as much as they can without it seeming like it's fake. And like, obviously the better team's still going to come out as a win. Like, even if the refs are calling bad fouls, the better team's going to win.
Yeah.
You know, but they're going to try. They're going to do something. They have an incentive to. Why wouldn't they? You know what I mean? And
do you think the teams though?
I think so. I mean, everyone's seen a game where the calls are just bogus, and maybe you're a fan. They're bogus against your team. That's when it's memorable, right? If it's bogus for your team, you don't care. You're like, fuck yeah, of course. Like he fouled him, yeah. But if you're the other team, you're like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
And everyone's been on the other side of it, and everyone knows what that feels like. And so there is incentive. I don't know if it's totally rigged, but I know there's incentive to be rigged. Because of series can go 7 games. I mean, obviously, you're going to make more money if it goes 7 games than if it goes 4. And that 7th game, those tickets are worth a lot. Yeah. You know, so there's money to be made in going 7 games.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
And they want certain teams in that. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not always going to be that way.
And it's way more exciting when he goes to the 7th game.
Yeah. I got to get that.
Yeah.
I'm leaving you on your own.
All right.
You're so low.
You should bring that bottle in here.
Bring me in to where you left off when I come back.
All right, I will.
I'll bring the bottle.
All right, sounds good. Let's see here. I'm going to actually go to the very last law in here, which is Law 48. Oh, actually, no, I was wrong. I mean, yeah, there's 48 laws. But actually, the law that I wanted to talk about was 47 because this is something that kind of it didn't like resonate with me, but it really just like stuck with me for some reason. And it says, "Do not go past the mark you aimed for in victory. Learn when to stop." It's it's just so. It seems like it'd be wrong, you know? You just want to keep climbing the ladder. But when you set a goal, and when you set a goal, like an actual goal, it's really important to calculate and to plan and to really think about it. Like what I like to do is I grab like a piece of paper and I map it out. You know, some people like to make lists. Some people like to write it out. I like to literally map it out, you know, figure out like get my dominoes set up. And it's almost like a battle plan, you know? And so when you achieve a goal, it's easy to get caught up in the moment because I have a friend that always talks about momentum and how important momentum is, right? But when I think about momentum, it's like a snowflake. It's a snowball effect. Okay, yeah, like it starts off as a snowflake or whatever, and it turns into this big ass snowball just rolling down a hill uncontrollably, and like, you know, it could smash something or injure somebody. That's the same with personal momentum. You know, if once you accomplish what you wanted to accomplish, it's important to take a step back and reevaluate things, you know, because things are definitely different once you reach a certain point, or once you hit like a checkpoint with things. Is it nice and cold?
I'm back. Yeah, it's cold.
Nice.
I was making some spaghetti squash.
Spaghetti squash? That isn't spaghetti at all.
But it's spaghetti squash.
Spaghetti squash.
That's what it's called.
I know. You like scared me for a second when you told me about it.
It's good, dude.
It sounds good.
So I was going to try it after this. I'm just telling you guys, if you never had it, you cut a spaghetti squash in half. You scrape out the innards. You put it face down in a pan with a little bit of water in it. Yeah. Shout out to our sponsor, potential sponsor, Jameson Irish whiskey, 80 proof.
That would be some shit, though, you know? Like someone calls you.
Yeah. Like, hey,
This is Jameson. This is Sir Jameson.
you guys want some bomber jackets?
Yes. Yes.
I'll be like, yeah, dude. Yeah.
That's all I want. And like a lifetime supply of Jameson.
It'd be dangerous.
Actually, I don't want that. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be too
Definitely
much.
become an alcoholic.
And you'd kind of get sick of it. All right. Anyways, you cut the spaghetti squash in half. You cut out the energy. Put it face down in a pan with some water in it. Throw it in the oven at 375 for 45 minutes. Let it get nice and tender. Flip it over. Throw some cheese and some pesto on there. Ooh. It's the good stuff.
I'm really excited, dude. You better not be like overselling this. And then,
It's pretty good, man. I mean,
kiss your fingertips. That means like
it's better than
it's
spaghetti.
Like finger licking good.
I think it's better than spaghetti.
Right,
I mean,
that's
it's
fair
no
enough.
chicken Alfredo. Let's just be honest. It's no chicken Alfredo. It's up there.
It's up there.
It's pretty good, man.
So
Anyways,
let's talk
where did I
about-
get you? Yeah.
You got me at I thought it was Law 48, but I was wrong. It's Law 47, and it's the do not go past the mark you aimed for in victory. Learn when to stop.
Didn't we just talk about crushing your enemy totally?
Yeah, but there's that's like it's slightly different, you know. Throughout this book, I've realized that it all goes like with each other really well.
Mm-hmm.
Some things might seem like they go against each other, but they actually like kind of go with each other, you know. Should I just put it?
Yeah, I don't know if it's. I don't know. Yeah, put it over there. Face it. Yeah. Wait. Oh yeah, right there.
Right
That's
there.
good.
Perfect angle.
All right, continue. Sorry.
Well, okay, with like your enemies, your goal is to crush them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not to wound them. It's to like remove them from the equation.
Yeah.
Make sure that like they're not an issue. You know, that they can't come back and like do you any sort of damage later on.
Mm-hmm.
And so I mean that's your mark that you aim for.
Gotcha.
You know, you don't have to like. I mean, what else is there after that?
Yeah.
There isn't in that aspect. But like, let's
You
say,
could definitely take it a step further though if you wanted to.
I think this has to do with like I feel like it's like has to do with greed. You know, it's like when I was talking about momentum and how momentum can be a good thing and a bad thing.
Mm.
Because momentum has to do with like force that like is building up, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and it becomes like unstoppable basically.
But if it's the wrong kind of momentum.
If it's the wrong kind of momentum, or even if it's the right kind of momentum, but it gets misdirected somehow,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah, I mean, we all have friends that have had a downhill spiral, and it's like
Yeah.
they can never catch their feet. They can never stop the boulder that's behind them.
Exactly.
I definitely agree with that. He talks about arrogance and overconfidence in that.
Or
in that
even
section
like,
a little
man,
bit.
I was talking about like how like when you set a goal, you have to like, I don't know, personally when like I set like, sometimes I get like really like inspired or motivated,
Mm-hmm.
and like I sit down and like make a list of like goals that I want to accomplish. But like when I like really have an actual goal that like there's something that I want to do
That you know you can achieve it too. It's achievable. I think it's the biggest thing.
I literally map it out. Like I don't know, some people might like make a list.
I make a list.
Write it down.
I make a list of the steps, like the little goals that lead up to that big one. That's what I usually do.
I do the same thing, but instead of like a list form, I like
Map
a
it.
web.
Huh.
And like once you achieve it, like you kind of have to like reevaluate things once you're at a certain level.
Yeah.
Because things are different.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And if you just take the momentum that you've gained from that and you try to like you just like roll with it, and you might like end up reaching for something that's like a little out of your grasp at the moment, or that you didn't plan for, or that like you're not completely like ready for.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And just because you were on a roll, man.
Yeah,
you
you're confident.
Were on fire,
Yeah.
like everything was going your way, that you just made a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's like those little mistakes, the things that you overlook that like get you.
Yeah.
You know?
Come back for you.
Exactly, man. And even like with momentum, you know, like imagine like a big ass snowball like hurling down a hill. There's like a little ramp. That little ramp's gonna like launch.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
That's
It's
true.
just-
Doesn't have to be that big of a ramp. You're
No.
flying.
Just like a little if you've ever gone skateboarding, and you hit like a little fucking piece of gravel.
That sucks, dude.
You know what I mean?
Shit.
You eat shit, bro.
Yeah, you do.
It doesn't matter.
Little
like,
tiny piece
how
of
fast.
Fucking sucks. You look like a dumbass.
Dumbass.
It hurts your
It's
ego
terrible.
and your body.
Terrible. Like just a small little mistake that just a little bit of observation. You know, like if you were being a little bit more observant instead of just enjoying the moment.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do when like you
let it go.
Complete
Yeah.
a goal. You know,
Yeah.
you're enjoying it. You feel good. You're not even really looking at at your path. You know,
It's like doing a kickflip down like a 20 stair and you land it, but you forget that there's gravel or you're not paying attention. You hit a rock and then you eat shit, break your arm.
Hobby.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Hobby.
Hobby hurt himself.
He hurt himself.
Bombed a
man.
huge hill.
We bombed a big hill. We went longboarding, sort of. we took a longboard down this really big hill. It's called High Gap Hill.
High Gap Hill.
And
Javi made it all. We all made it all the way down, but Javi,
he made it all the way down, and he was like skating back, and he was probably feeling good, you know, because like you go really fast down that hill. You were not playing with me, and you told us about that.
You got to carve on that hill, man. It's like skiing, kind of
intense,
snowboarding.
Man.
it's pretty steep and it's really long.
And he was coming back, and he was just fucking around, not paying attention, and he ate shit. He was wearing a tank top.
Yeah.
He got the nastiest road rash on the back
bad.
of his shoulder and arm.
Like it was bad.
It was so
you
bad,
know?
dude.
And it wasn't even on the hill. It was because of the, you know, how he was feeling. Like he didn't
like,
expect to fall. Like
nah.
he was expecting to fall going down the hill, if anything.
Yep.
But he fell on the way back because he was being careless.
He wasn't paying attention.
Nice.
You know?
Got lost in the victory.
Exactly.
Went past the mark, man.
Go past the mark, dude. It's dangerous.
Yeah. I'll take a step back. I mean, we've kind of went in sequential order throughout this, but one of my favorite ones is make your accomplishments seem effortless. I think this is one of the coolest sayings. I think it's something that's really, really nice to live by. I mean, in a sense that people always think that you're capable of much more. You know, if you're trying your hardest to do everything you do and you look and you appear as if you are. I'm not saying don't try your hardest. I'm saying don't appear as if you're trying your hardest, because then people put a cap on you. But when you appear like you can do way more, if you appear that what you're doing right now, that's great, achieving greatness, but it's easy. It's nothing.
That's
it's
so much
nothing.
more like.
Then people are like, wow.
Yeah,
This
that's great.
This guy's on the come up.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it's in music, rap, you know, I know hip hop is big. You know, you're like some new kid off the block that's coming up. You hear like a couple of his songs, but like he's worked forever on those songs. That's why you never heard of him before.
Yeah.
It took him so long to get to that spot, but you think it's easy because he only has 3 songs out. It's like, no, he's only shared 3 songs. He's been working in his room for 5 years to get those 3 songs.
Or in sports.
Yeah, sports the same
is a
way.
really good example.
Yeah.
You know, you look at like all the really, I don't watch many sports, but like in basketball, you know, like you look at the great basketball players, you know, in our time, you got Kobe, LeBron, you know.
A little bit of Michael, but he was kind of out of our time. He came back a little bit.
Yeah,
but
regardless, like any great basketball player, like they make it all, or skaters, anything. Great, anybody that's good, like really good at something, they make it look so easy.
Yeah.
So easy.
You're like, how?
It's not easy though.
No.
They just put in the work.
Yeah.
To the point where like they know what they're doing.
Yeah, 100%. Like, it's a profession.
They're so good at it that like they make it look easy. And that's part of the greatness. That's part of like what like people are kind of
drawn into them,
you know? That's why like, man, Kobe was amazing to watch.
Yeah.
You know?
Just I love watching Kobe.
His persona, the way he like carried himself, the way he
so confident, dude.
You know, I don't know if this is true or not, but like
didn't he have like the most missed shots?
I think so. No, yeah. He has the most missed shots ever. Yeah, ever.
That's his record.
Mm-hmm.
But he's Kobe fucking Bryant.
Yeah, no one knows him for that though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But the thing is, another like a kind of like cool thing, people like to say that like you miss
All the shots that you don't take.
Yeah.
You know? And like that just kind of goes to show what like success is.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna make every shot.
No, but you gotta try.
You gotta shoot it, man.
You gotta
You're
do it
not gonna
anyways.
make it.
Yeah, if you have the opportunity, you gotta go for it.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just sit around and next time when it comes around, it never will come around. It's never be perfect. It's never gonna feel right. I promise you that. It's never gonna feel right to do anything. It's never gonna feel like it's easy ever, even to the greats, because they're always gonna be pushing it, you know.
Right,
but
yeah.
it's the way they do it. It's their mannerisms. It's the things that they put off. That they're comfortable taking the 3-point shot at the end of the game to win it or to lose it. You know,
They're gonna shoot it.
they're gonna shoot it,
Yeah.
and you know it, and you're confident in them. If you're a fan of that team or whatever, you're like,
Who else?
yeah, who else would do it?
Yeah.
And who else had the balls to do it?
You know,
Yeah.
One thing you and I were talking a few days ago, and like I really liked something that you said to me about Picasso.
Yeah,
Pablo
the
Picasso.
Picasso story. Yeah,
Yeah, like I thought, like I've been thinking about that a lot, you know.
yeah.
And like that was just you said that like he was in a cafe or
Mhm.
something.
He's outside,
just
out like in Paris or something.
His drink, and like he was doodling on a napkin.
Mm-hmm.
And like he just like threw it away or whatever, and like some lady came up and like grabbed his doodle on a napkin and like took it up to him and was like, "Hey, will you sign this for me?" And Picasso said that like, "Give me $10,000 and I'll sign it for you."
Yeah,
She was like, "Why? You just doodled this in like 2 minutes. It took you 2 minutes to make this. Why does it matter?" He
yeah,
was like, "It didn't take me 2 minutes. It took me a lifetime." Like,
yeah.
that was just like
Powerful, dude. Yeah,
dude, that's
like,
amazing. You know,
damn.
like that's the essence of this, basically. You
Mhm.
know,
He makes it seem
that's a huge-
effortless,
yeah,
but it's
he's-
not.
It's who he is. It's like how you've like grown and like developed and become better at your craft. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like in anything that you're trying to pursue. When you think about the people that are not just successful, but they're like really successful, it's like they can do no wrong.
Yeah,
You know, even when they're wrong, it's like, okay, like, so, you know, like
he messed up. Whatever.
you get to the point
Yeah.
that like it's just all so effortless seeming.
Mm-hmm.
Like
You almost appear to be like a god,
Yeah,
you know, and
Yeah.
like whatever it is that you do, you know.
that's great. Yeah, and that's powerful.
Yeah,
To not be punning. That's
to me. That's
yeah. That's one of my favorite laws that he talks about in this. And I guess we could wrap it up a little bit. I don't know how much we have on life.
I don't know, man.
I don't know where
you
we're
put
at.
the squash for how long?
45.
45 minutes.
We're about. I think we're about 40 minutes in. I think we're about 40 minutes in, and might be a good time to wrap up because I don't know what, like I said, the battery life of things, unfortunately. But to recap, you guys, 48 Laws of Power is a great book. The way this book is laid out is each law. So we went through some of the laws. We kind of just talked about them, but each law has a story that goes with it, an anecdote that goes with it, a very detailed story, and then he talks about the law itself, and he talks about some reversals of that law, how you can play against those laws that are being used against, or how you can play towards those laws that are being used against you if you are in a lower position to regain power.
Really good book.
It's a really good book. It's long, so it's like I said,
It's not like a read it at once type thing. Like
definitely not. It's like 450 pages long, and it's all. I'll show it on the camera if my things go still on, but I mean it's not like big font, and he's got these little mini stories on the side, and I mean it's really good. And like Saul was saying, it's not a read it once. You read one law a day, or you read one law every week, and you really learn that
You
law.
have to study it. Honestly.
Yeah, it's a study.
so I couldn't like off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you what the 48 laws are.
Yeah,
But I definitely want to like
you just
almost
got to
like
piece.
book report it,
Yeah,
you
piece
know?
by piece, you got to kind of build it out, and then once you start living it, then you'll know. You don't have to have a name for them, but like it will kind of build into the way you act. If you read this
Yeah.
book for an entire month, or for 2 months, 3 months, and you really live it, read it and live it, that's going to really change the way you live your life, for sure, and the way you think about other people in your life. And this isn't by no means are we condoning that you should manipulate people,
Not for the
deceive
faint-hearted.
people. It is a pretty savage book, and
Watch Game of Thrones.
yeah, Yeah, we didn't get too deep into that, but
Dude, it's all about power. That's all that show is, man. It's full of like betrayal. That's all it is, dude.
Damn.
Just deceit, like betrayal, stab you in your back.
I wonder if the dude read this book. He's like,
Man, I
maybe not.
guarantee it.
I don't know.
It's based off a book.
Yeah, that's true.
Game of
Is it?
Thrones is, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think it's
I
called.
didn't know it was a book.
I don't
A
know
different
what
name?
it's called. Yeah,
Oh.
the book's a different name.
Hmm.
It's not Game of Thrones.
It's like a series of books, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, at the very least, you should check out the book. Maybe read some other reviews if this wasn't enough. Here's a little view of the book if you ever want to look it up, by Robert Greene. He is the author. He's a great author. He has a ton of other books out there. I will have this link down below if you want to check it out. But we'll just sign off here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, if you enjoyed the guest on the podcast, if you enjoyed Saul, give him a shout out. Share this video with anybody you think that could use some value today. Anybody that could gain some insight from something like this. If you listen in your car, props to you guys. You guys are killing it. Yeah. So, like I said, thanks for watching. Hope to see you on the next one. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. If we should do more videos like this. If you guys want us to change it up, let me know that as well. But yeah, that's all we got for you guys today. Thanks so much. We're signing off. Peace.